When we were approached by Alex to host a music marker unveiling for one of our favorite songwriters and singers, Mr. Paul Overstreet, we were very happy to be a part of the program. Our enthusiasm was met wholeheartedly with Miss Deanna Cole. She literally handled all the logistics of this program, and we really appreciate it. Thank you. We appreciate you, Deanna. I'd also like to thank Greer's, H.P. Davis for donating the water, Burnham Drugs supported the lemonade, and Friends of Vancleave Library provided us with several homemade pound cakes and cookies, so afterwards please come up and have some. Now it's my pleasure to introduce a member of the Jackson County Board of Supervisors, District 5, to give some welcome remarks. We also want to thank Mr. McKay and his staff for their efforts in planning this event. Please help me welcome Mr. John McKay.
Thank you, Paul. It's a great pleasure to be here. My part is very hot, and we're going to make it real short. But I got to introduce to you my other board members personally, because this is the best board of supervisors in the state of Mississippi. I know a lot of them, and I guarantee you this is the best board. Our president, Mr. Milton Harris, our vice president, and Vancleave native son, Manley Barton, and then Mike Manning. So it's a great pleasure to work with these folks. I just happened to get caught up in this thing. Carla called me as I was traveling up Highway 49 and said, we have this dedication to Paul Overstreet, favorite son of Vancleave, an outstanding musician, and country and western writer. I guess you write songs and sing them and all. We've heard many of them. Obviously, this is a pleasure to be a part of this. And so Mr. Wayne Brown and his right-hand man, Michael Paul, played a big part of this, because all of a sudden we had to find a place for a marker. I was able to stop on their highway commissioner office. I had to jump in there and ask for their help, and I mean, immediately they got us permission to put the marker out here. So a lot of people got their hands in this and made it happen real fast in honor of Mr. Overstreet. Manley, you're the hometown guy. You want to say a few words before I shut up? Mr. Overstreet said for Manley Barton to get up here, whether he wants to or not. Let's all get Manley. And one thing, it has been a pleasure to myself and Manley. I represent half of Vancleave, and Manley represents the other half of Vancleave. And, of course, we have our state senator, Michael Watson, here also. Let's give Michael Watson a big hand. All right, we're going to let Manley say a few words, and we're going to move right along.
I just told Paul if they gave me the mic very long, I'd tell some stories on it. I will tell one thing, and I just told him, I have many fond memories, and I've known Paul a long time. And he and my brother Billy are the same age, grew up together, went to school together, and so forth. And we knew the family. And my mom wanted me to make sure I told you hello, and I ate lunch with her today. But I was telling Paul, I remember many nights sitting at the creek when Paul was a teenager, playing his guitar down there, doing Elvis impressions and all kinds of stuff. And we had a great time. But Paul's a good guy, and he has represented Vancleave well and has done very well in his career. We're all just extremely proud of him.
Good afternoon. It is indeed a pleasure to be here on behalf of the state of Mississippi, the Mississippi Development Authority, and the Mississippi Country Music Trail Commission. This is our 11th, no, I take this back. This is our 13th marker on the Mississippi Blue Trail. We've done 3 in the last week, so I'm getting my numbers messed up. But this is number 13. We had the privilege of doing a couple others earlier last week, honoring Elvis, and we had a great time there. But we have a great moment here for the city of Vancleave to honor one of your native sons. I had the opportunity to meet Paul several years ago when we did our first Grammy event, or one of our Grammy events in Jackson. He came on board and helped us host the event. And it was just an exciting time for not only the state, but for anybody that loved music to be a part of this event. The governor wanted to put this event on for all of the musicians that had ever been nominated by a Grammy. And we did the event, not knowing the magnitude that it was going to be an annual event. And so now we're back here on the Gulf Coast to do another event, and Paul is going to be with us again tonight. But when we knew we were coming, we wanted to be able to place a marker here on the Gulf Coast on the Country Music Trail. And I reached out to Carla and told her that we would be here. And we immediately started rolling with the ball. And so I'm glad to be here today with her and John and so many others that have played a integral part in this. I want to thank Deanna again. I know she's been mentioned, but she met me out here early this morning. I know that she's been behind getting everything organized, and I don't see any of the firemen, but the firemen came out early today, and they helped me get the marker set. So
I'd just like to say that it's an humbling thing to have an event like this go on, especially when you're still alive. I mean, I went to Robert Johnson's unveiling, and when we were up in Tunica, somewhere like that, and I just never really thought about doing a country music trail. So this is it's pretty cool. The other thing I thought about was that I don't know how many beer bottles will hit that sign. Thinking, well, we're out here in the country, man. But this place is growing. I'm going to tell you, it's getting huge. You guys must be kind of gradually getting used to the big city out here. But when I grew up here, it was just really small. There wasn't a lot going on, and it was probably one of the greatest places in the world to grow up. A lot of people ask you, how'd you like growing up in a little small town? And it's just, you get to know all different kinds of people, and everybody knows everybody really well. And it's it's a community that's always been great, and I just know it'll even get greater as time goes on. And seeing Manley Barton up here is funny. I remember playing football at his yard one day, and he ran right into a pine tree trying to catch a pass. Knocked him out. Oh, God, what some fun times down here. Camping out and just hanging out on the creek and all the different things that you see and you learn down here growing up. And a lot of it shows up in your songs. You can write songs about the things that happen when you grow up. And I've got a lot of information that I haven't even written about yet. And waiting on some of the people to pass away so I can write about it. If I don't go first. You never know. But anyway, I want to thank y'all, and pretty soon that sign will probably be insignificant because, as y'all know, my son Cord is on the TV show Glee, and I'm getting to be known as Cord's Overstreet's father. So, that's kind of, I had to sign an autograph the other day. I was down in the islands, and this lady, she said, oh, I gotta get your autograph, and I was like, okay. And then her kids come running over and says, for them, it's because you're Cord's dad. Anyway, my wife and I have 6 kids, and they're all growing up, and a lot of them are in the business. They're in the arts and stuff. And I'm really proud of the Gulf Coast here. We've got some really incredible artists that have developed their stuff here on the coast, and it's just now getting to be recognized. And it's really fun to learn about those things. And so, I've said all I need to say. Let's unveil the marker.